it's interesting because, oh man, it's interesting because like he speaks our language. You know what I'm saying? Oh my man, come on in here. You got a surprise. We got a surprise coming.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Miss Kennedy, ma'am, Mr. Washington, sir, it is such an honor to see both of you guys. How are you today?
Thank you so much.
Jordan actually just jumped into my interview with Michael.
Oh my man, come on in here. You got a surprise. We got a surprise coming. What's going on? How you doing, Jordan?
Good.
Doing good, man. Sit down. Come on, sit down. You gonna join the interview with me? This
What?
is Jordan right here. Yes, right?
And it was I think it was the only time in my life I would ever say, Michael, please stop talking so I can talk more. It was the coolest, and what an incredible young man he is. So seriously, if you see him, please tell him thank you for doing that for my interview. That was incredible. I appreciate you. Mr. Washington, I'm going to start with you, sir. Now that you have so much experience behind the camera, you know what it takes to pull off a film from the perspective of a director. Which of your past films in your filmography that you didn't direct can you look at the most differently now because you understand what it takes to pull it off? And are there any of your past films that now you look back and go, man, I wish I would have directed that?
No films I wish I had directed, but once I got behind the camera, I did begin to understand how difficult it is and begin to appreciate people like Spike Lee a whole lot more, you know, and all the other great directors I've worked with.
Miss Kennedy, I can't even imagine what it was like sitting down and watching this film for the first time. I want to talk about the hours before you sit down in a screening room and watch this film. How do you mentally, emotionally get yourself ready in the hours leading up to watching it for what I assume has to be a very emotional experience?
Very easy. I prayed. I wasn't in that room by myself. You know, God was there with me, so was Charles. And this man was there with me, so I was in good hands.
It was the worst day of my life.
No,
Remember the sound was messed
Oh,
up?
yes, that's hilarious.
Oh, the sound. Well, no, she walks in and I'm dealing with the sound. Something was going on.
And he's like, we're going to have to reschedule this.
We're
And
gonna
I'm
have to
thinking,
reschedule.
I cannot do this again. No, we have to do this. And he's like, no. And I walk out and I'm like almost hyperventilating. And he's in there almost, well, not hyperventilating, but, you know, like trying to get this thing right. We didn't know if we were going to be able to do it, right? And then they fixed it, thank God.
The God in it, as you just said, the God in it was, when I saw Dana, I was like, she ain't ready. She came around that corner to come in there like, okay. So the God in it was, we both needed time.
And we didn't know that.
Yeah. We sat down while they were trying to fix it, and we just talked, and she laughed, and we were like, so that's the way God planned it, you know. We say man makes plans, God laughs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to think that maybe that sound was messed up for a reason.
That's it.
You know, I believe in that. Mr. Washington, I think we should all be so lucky as to be taught the kind of life lessons that Charles left behind for Jordan. I'm sort of curious, were there any lessons your father taught you that have been particularly impactful on who you have become as a man? Because of all the people I've interviewed in my life, you've been one of the kindest people to me.
Oh, thank you. My father, like Michael, get them all mixed up, right?
Because,
my father, like Jordan, our Jordan, my father was a gentle man. Jordan's father is a gentle man, and Jordan is a gentle young man, but a man, grown man, not grown, but he's walking around in his father's shoes now.
Literally.
He came to the premiere with his boys. Tell the story.
You tell it.
He came to the premiere with his boys in tuxedos, and he's just a gentle soul and a good young man, great young man.
I got that impression, and I was so glad to be able to meet him. I'm going to ask very quickly for both of you, one of the small details that Charles has that I love is his insistence on using yes ma'am and walking on the outside of the sidewalk. I'm from the South, so that sort of stuff is very important to me. I'm just sort of curious what those manners mean to both of you whenever you meet people that have manners like that.
Jordan does that too. It means that you understand and you remind yourself every day that we're all the same. No one's better than anyone else. You know, I always say when I get a question like this is, anyone who thinks they're better than you, they're only better than you till they need your bone marrow. And you never go wrong showing a measure of respect to someone.
Can't top that. Miss Kennedy, Mr. Washington, this is truly an honor. I'm so sorry you had to listen to this. But this movie was very important to me, so I really wanted to power through. So I truly appreciate your time.
Thank you
Merry
so
Christmas.
much.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Bless you guys.
You too. God bless.
Good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm sorry I'm a little under the weather, so I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. But dude, this performance is important to me, and you're important to me, so I wanted to power through.
Man, thanks for making it happen.
Dude, absolutely. I'm going to jump into this. You know, it has to be truly awe-inspiring seeing an amazing actor like Mr. Washington get behind the camera. I'm sort of curious, what did you learn watching him do that? Watching an actor use his knowledge behind the camera that you might have brought over and utilized on Creed 3?
First of all, wait, awe-inspiring? Never heard that word before. That's crazy. Is that a first? Awe-inspiring? Never knew that. That's great. I don't know. I'm going to Google it later. Never heard that one. I think it's awesome that, you know, to kind of take an actor and when an actor becomes a director, it's like, it's interesting because, oh man, it's interesting because like he speaks our language. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my man, come on in here. You got a surprise. We got a surprise coming. What's going on? How you doing, Jordan?
Good.
Doing good, man. You sit down. Come on, sit down. You want to join the interview with me? This
What?
is Jordan right here. Yes, yes, right? This
What?
is crazy, right?
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Oh, I was not expecting this. Michael, get out of the shop, man. I don't need you anymore. Michael, get out of the shop.
Sorry. Nah, man, this is who we do it for, man. This is he's the start of everything. So this is truly an honor. I was just telling him basically like, you know, being an actor and director, like what do you carry over from being in front of the camera to behind the camera? I think you just kind of know what we need, you know, how to create an environment that an actor will feel comfortable, you know, and get the best out of our performances. So to have Denzel, you know, behind the camera talking to me like an actor, he allows we get to a place quicker. You know, our shorthand is there because he knows what it's like. He knows what he needs to give a great performance.
That's incredible, dude. I gotta talk to you, man. What is this?
Please.
What is this experience? I mean, how do you even prepare for something like this? Because what you're going through is something that most of us will never experience in our lives. Like, how do you wake up in the morning and prepare for everything that comes with this film coming out?
I don't think you can. It's just something that happens, you know? It's amazing. It's a true honor. It's an honor that they're getting to celebrate my father in an amazing way. So I'm just truly grateful for that.
You know, what you went through is something that no person should ever have to go through in their life. But with this film, you now get a situation where the entire world will know who your father was and will be able to pay tribute and honor. And I feel like that's got to mean something to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, it's incredible, and it's an honor for me to be able to get his story to the world. You know, to hear his mom say, in a moment, you know, that was Charles right there. You know, that's the biggest compliment that I can get, you know. Just doing the family justice and making them proud was one of the reasons why I really wanted to, you know, take on this role. And after meeting this kid, I mean, he's so sharp, man. He's super impressive. I remember we went to boot camp kind of together, and we trained a bit. And just to hear all the other soldiers that knew his father talk about him and talk about you know, his father to him, and watching him smile and just beam and just stand a bit taller. And now she's taller than all of us because the past year he grew probably 2-3 inches. But it's been an awesome experience to see, man. This is what filmmaking's about. This is what storytelling's about.
It's unbelievable. And I'm sort of curious, Michael, what sort of access you had to the journal itself? Like, did you guys sit down together and go through it, or is that something that is maybe personal and you didn't want to crack open?
No, I mean, you know, his mom, Dana, was very open. There was no question I couldn't, you know, ask. She would always say, Mike, don't be shy. Ask me anything. You can call me anytime. She was always available. You know, being a journalist, she asked tough questions, so she's used to it. So, you know, but for me, it was like, okay, I don't want to intrude, but, you know, I kind of want to know about that. But she was like, no, here's the journal. She brought the actual journal. And it was like an artifact, honestly. You know, when I put that journal in my hand and reading through it, and really seeing Charles's intent, his words, his actual thoughts, you know, what he was trying to get to Jordan. Yeah, it was truly incredible. And obviously just being around Jordan whenever I could, whenever we had the opportunity to. It was always special because it was that thing that was like, yeah, I gotta make this guy proud. I gotta. This is why I'm doing it. It's always good to have that. So when he seen him walk in, I was like, oh snap, that's my guy.
That's amazing.
Cool.
Seriously, I threw out all the questions I had prepared and written. So I just, dude, seriously, Michael, it is always a pleasure to see you. But Jordan, I got to tell you, this is a true honor. I'm sorry you guys had to listen to this. I apologize so much, but you guys were amazing. I truly appreciate your time.
All
Thank
good,
you
man.
so much.
All right, good to see you guys.
Good seeing you too.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.